Today I had the honor to do an interview with Frank Joshua, singer-songwriter from London. Thank you so much, Frank, for taking the time for me. I totally appreciate it.
The pleasure is all mine, Martina.
First question, and I think I'm not the only one asking this. You say about yourself that you are the musician who doesn't like to show your face. Is that really so? And if, why? And of course, you don't have to answer the question.
Thanks for asking. I'm very happy to answer it. And you're right, it's a strange thing in today's music business that's so sort of image conscious, and your face, in a sense, is such a big part of music in the sort of social media world. But I kind of really like letting the music speak for itself. Some of it I think is down to shyness, and I think live performances are different. I'll show my face when I perform live. But I'm also quite interested in the effects of social media and this time that we live in. You know, we show ourselves, and that's great, but there are also downsides. And one I was reading about this morning is the potential for envy. I think it's Der Nieder in German. But there are a lot of things going on around all of that showing your face, and it sort of simplifies it if you remove that one key element. So right now, I'm okay with using my music as my face, if you like.
That's a good point. I thought maybe it would be a marketing strategy or something like this, but yeah, I dig that. So you started your music career in the late 80s. Was it the music of that decade that inspired you to become a musician yourself?
Thank you. That's kind of you to say that. I do think that that I try and let the music flow and not analyze it too much. I think the creative process suffers if you're kind of analyzing and critiquing yourself as you go along. You just got to kind of stand back and let it happen. And but the result of that is things do, certainly when I look back on some of the lyrics I've written, I realize that they are very personal, and it feels a bit embarrassing when you realize that because you don't necessarily realize it at the time. But I think you just have to do that as an artist. You've got to get out of your own way and let it happen, and put yourself on the line. In terms of things that drive me crazy, I guess the person I get most mad with is myself, in lots of ways, and I think you can probably hear that in the lyrics. But I like people having their own interpretation of stuff as well.
Yeah, I think that this personal lyrics makes your music uh, what it is, and yeah, you know that I like it. That's just the truth, not uh, sugarcoating something. So you're currently working on your new album. Tell us a bit about the process of your work and what do you personally need to feel comfortable while working on a new album?
That's one of the many reasons I love you, Martina. You do come across as someone who really appreciates the kind of indie music scene, and I think lots of us appreciate you for that. Yes, thank you for mentioning it. I've got a new album coming out on the 18th of March. It's going to be called Sense Life. I think in terms of feeling comfortable, it's probably helpful not to feel too comfortable in the sort of creating process. But actually, the truth is that most of the hard work has already been done. I've been recording these tracks over the last few years, working with a brilliant producer called Tony White. So now it's much more sort of fine tuning, mastering, reordering the tracks on the album, finding artwork, commissioning videos. And I do that working really closely with Newman Records and the boss of the label, Moses. And actually, I mean, whisper it if you dare, and I'll regret saying this, I suspect, but I'm quite into how organized we are right now. It feels like with, just over a month ago, we're kind of in quite a good place. There's not much more tweaking to do. But, I'll discover there's a great big hole in the mix tomorrow. But yeah, it's going well.
Well, so I hope you don't miss to come to Germany when this nightmare is over. That would be great. Is there something that you do as a balance to music? Any hobbies or passion that you cultivate?
You will certainly get an advance copy of my album to review, Martina. Don't worry. I mean, the pandemic's been weird for me because I didn't have a record label when we first heard of this thing called coronavirus. And now I do. So it sort of represents a bit of a new start for me. And learning to do so many things remotely actually hasn't been too bad. The guy who does the videos for me most of the time, he lives in Rome, and I've never met him. And and look at you and I doing this stuff from different countries. So, I mean, I don't wish to talk about the pandemic in a positive light, but it hasn't been restrictive for me in lots of ways. And I wasn't playing live anyway, so that hasn't been a bit of a problem. I expect to be playing live again shortly, and I'm really looking forward to that because I miss it in lots of ways. But actually, in the stage I'm at, it's been okay. Well, I'm a bit of a bad cook, so that occupies my time sometimes. But the truth is, it's not easy to make money from music these days, and I have a pretty full-on job working in Camden Town to help pay the bills. So between that and the music, there's not much time for other stuff. But I'm also aware that being really busy works well for me. As they say, you want something done, ask a busy person. That's me. Well, I'm a bit of a bad cook, so that occupies my time sometimes. But the truth is, it's not easy to make money from music these days. And I have a pretty full-on job working in Camden Town to help pay the bills. So between that and the music, there's not much time for other stuff. But I'm also aware that being really busy works well for me. As they say, you want something done, ask a busy person. That's me.
Yeah, I hear you. So tell us, what's on your personal playlist? What does Frank Joshua listen to when he's not listening to his own music?
Yeah, it's a good question. In my day job, we have this thing called Album of the Day, where one person gets to choose an album that we all listen to. And it's a great way to hear new stuff and get new influences. And actually, I think it's been sort of a bit of a mental health lifesaver for us all during the pandemic as well. But some of the people we've listened to recently included Lady Ray, Masego, Jordan Reiki, as well as some old favorites, Damien Rice, Harry Styles. I suppose it's not that old a favorite, but those sort of things come around. But in the end, my ears always prick up when I hear a great song. No matter who's singing it, it's the song that really gets my attention.
Wow, that's a pretty good idea with the album of the day in your day job. Maybe I should include that in my job too. So, if there was a theme song for your life, which one would it be and why this one?
It's a good question, and it's a bit of a corny answer, but it's probably Life on Mars. It's thematic, it's theatrical, and it's got dynamics, which you don't hear so much in modern music. And I really love that. And of course, it's hard not to like David Bowie. I think close runners up would be As by Stevie Wonder. In fact, that whole album, Songs in the Key of Life, Say a Little Prayer. I mean, anything by Burt Bacharach. Again, it's that good, really good songwriting that always does it for me. Thank you, Martina. I would say please sign up to the mailing list. You can find the links on all my social media and everything. It means I can keep in touch with you, let you know where and when you can hear the album, which comes out on the 18th of March, in case I didn't mention it. It's called Sense Life, and it's going to be accompanied by a single of the same name. So Sense Life, the single, Sense Life, the album. But mainly, please join the mailing list.
And one of my favorite songs too. So, is there something you would like to say to your fans? Now would be the best opportunity. And I'm pretty sure people will love it. So, I will definitely. That was our interview, and I thank you so much for your time. I totally enjoyed talking to you, and I wish you all the best for your future projects, for the album, for everything. Stay safe and have a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Martina. And can I just acknowledge you for a second? Your support for new music and the way you conduct yourself is really inspiring and so very important right now. music's going through another one of its periods of big change. And the easy thing for the music industry to do is play it safe and back established artists. So having someone like you out there taking the trouble to listen, engage, and promote new music is just amazing. And I hope you know how much all of us out here appreciate what you do. There are a lot of indie artists now just nodding along as they're listening to this because they know exactly what I'm talking about. So thank you for your time, Martina, and mostly thank you for being you.